Hello and welcome to the Destination Sailing channel on Yachting International Radio.
I'm Carla.
And I'm Simon.
And we are from the YouTube sailing channel Sailing Ocean Fox.
Over the past 3 years we've sailed over 25,000 miles on our catamaran through the Mediterranean, across the Atlantic and the Caribbean.
In this series we will be looking at some of our favorite islands, towns and remote cays we have visited during our adventure.
This will give you a fresh insight on your next destination, what to expect on arrival, places to stay, things to do and how to find those all-important provisions, from propane to bananas.
So let's start this week's location with the Rock of Gibraltar.
Absolutely fantastic location, the Rock of Gibraltar. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Right at the opening of the Mediterranean. It's the place to go if you're passing that way.
Yes, we last visited in August 2018 and we're expecting to go back there again in March.
We are. So the island, the rock itself, is located on the tip of Spain. It's really just inside the Mediterranean. And you have Spain to the north and Morocco to the south. So if you're arriving, you'll probably arrive either down the coast of Portugal and through from Cadiz area of Spain, and if so, you really need to check out the current charts for the Gibraltar Straits, because they do run pretty strong through there.
It was a bit stressful when we went through that strait.
They run different ways at different times, so to speak, so you might get some coming offshore, coming west to east, and others at the same time coming east to west, so you need to pick
and really strong currents.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah,
so it was a bit stressful, but we did it.
We did it very successfully, actually. Yes. The other way you would probably arrive would be from Spain down the Costa del Sol coast, and you'll pick up Gibraltar, but you might find there's a lot of ships anchored off there, and we actually came across some which were just hanging around. We didn't even have their hooks down, did we? Not in control is what they say, which was actually quite fascinating. Yes. They came up on the AIS. So you need to sort of kind of dodge all of those as you come around the bottom of the rock, and then you will probably be heading up into one of the marinas, I'd imagine.
Yeah. One thing to be careful there is the whales. So they have whales from April to August, and to minimize collision with the boats, they advise you to go on 30 knots speed. 13. Yeah, 13, yeah.
And also to keep a good lookout.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you don't really want to meet one of those. And actually last year rather, in 2020, there was quite a few whale attacks off the coasts of Spain and Portugal. Currently, if you're arriving with COVID restrictions, I understand the ports are open, but you do have to send a pre-arrival email to them on their form, so you could look that up. We'll leave a link below, so you need to do that before you arrive and let them know you're coming.
So the weather is a typically Mediterranean weather. The tall rock attracts its own weather, often being covered by a low cloud, which really attracts the cloud and
kind of sweeps over the top of the rock. It's actually really quite stunning when you get to look at it, but it does mean that parts of it is always in the cloud.
Yes.
You know, you've always got cloud above you, so if you're in the marinas you're fine, but if you're tucked up in town you might find that it's actually quite cloudy there.
So their winds they are called levanta. It's a strong easterly wind, can reach gale force rapidly, lasting for several days. And the poniente is the name of the westerly wind. It is generally a pleasant climate with warm summers and wild winters.
Yeah, I think like a lot of it. So, I mean, we were surprised at the weather here in Portugal, aren't we?
Yes.
And I'd imagine the weather there is pretty similar. They may get a little bit more rain because of the rock.
But it's always shade, isn't it? Because of the cloud over the rock. Yeah.
The currency in Gibraltar is the Gibraltar pound, which is equivalent to £1 sterling. And one thing to be rather excited about is there's no VAT in Gibraltar. It's basically a free port. So there's very little tax on anything, and so you're going to find all sorts of things in town.
We took opportunity to order water maker, things like that for the boat that were expensive things for the boat. So
you need to have them sent to you at the marina, and they need to be yacht in transit on the label, and then like Ocean Fox, name of the boat, then the marina. And
don't forget those words, yacht in transit.
And then we got it all duty free, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We got it all duty free, and so it's a really good place to, if you're going to buy something like a water maker, generator, anything like that, quite a big items that you wish to buy, is an ideal place to do that. It is in the Schengen area now. As of 2021, unfortunately. So you have to send in a pre-notification, as I said, to Her Majesty Customs in Gibraltar, and the link will be below. The main harbours are Queensway Marina, and then Ocean Village and Marina Bay Marina. Now, Ocean Village and Marina Bay Marina are right next door to each other, and it is actually really one marina.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we were lucky. We got into Ocean Village, and I say we were lucky because we were on a floating pontoon there. And if you go over to the other side and you're in Marina Bay Marina, it's not floating pontoons. It's like a concrete pontoon that goes out, and so you're going up and down, and you do get a bit of swell there. But I think most people were okay. But you just need to be careful with your walks.
They were struggling with coming out of the boat. Yeah.
And there's also a new marina club being built, which is being built sort of on a quay between Ocean Village Marina and Marina Bay Marina. And so I understand that's been in the planning for a long time, and I understand from a friend of ours, Lewis, that it is actually under construction at the moment, so it could be pretty noisy and dusty there. You can also have a choice to go to La Linea, which is the Spain side, which they have the Alcaidesa Marina, which is very, very cheap. They also have a 75-ton travel lift, which is all rather good.
Most of the people choose to go to that marina.
Yeah, and it's only a 10-minute walk to Gibraltar.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
You have to get your passport out.
Yeah.
As you come across the border.
You just have to show the passport.
Yeah, you just walk through going, I've got a passport. Yeah. There are a couple of anchorages. The first one is just to the north of the runway, and I have heard rumours that people get moved on over there. Whatever you do, you can't anchor off the end of the runway because of the aircraft.
Yes.
Because both ends of the runway is sea, and so you're not allowed to anchor in either of those areas.
Yeah.
You can also anchor off Playa de Bonneto.
Playa de Poniente.
Hey, you can tell Carla's got a little Latin in her, which is just to the north of the marina in Spain.
Yes.
Off the beach there, which is rather good.
You're gonna have the most cheapest fuel in the world.
Whatever you do, arrive with empty tanks.
Yes, whatever we did that because it was like 53p a litre.
Yes. It's incredibly cheap.
Yeah.
Best value for money. Apparently the only other place in Europe where it's cheaper is Morocco, so I understand. So it's very good.
Yeah.
Supermarkets,
you have a big Morrison's there, so you can find all your English treasures.
Yeah, everything from Branston Pickle to Jolly
big
Farmers,
fan of Branston Pickle.
Jolly Farmers sausages, anything like that is British in Morrison's. There's also some small outlets, supermarkets.
Yeah, you can find that. You can find that
sort of stuff.
Yes.
And obviously you can go to Spain. And then you've got the big hypermarkets.
Yeah, in Spain you can find all the big hypermarkets, as Simon said, and you can find all the big DIY shops too, which is very, very helpful.
Very good, yeah. We actually hired a car. Just make a quick note that if you do hire a car from the airport, you'll probably find you'll be hiring a Spanish car from Spain. Chandler is, now you can pretty well get anything you want in Gibraltar. Shepherd's Chandlery is probably the largest, and that one is in Ocean Village Marina. There's Gibraltar Yacht Chandlery, which we found to be a little bit cheaper. That's up north past the Queen Elizabeth Marina.
Yeah, it's a good walk there.
Yeah, but they have things in there that we needed.
Yes.
Yeah, and they didn't have anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now, there's another place called James Molinary, and they're kind of like a marine wholesalers for ships. So, for example, if you were going to buy something like a new battery bank or an inverter or something like that, I would go there.
Yeah. It's not a shop, it's a big warehouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think they do a lot of the importing of stuff coming into Gibraltar for all the ships and refitting ships and things like that.
They're very nice.
Very nice,
very
helpful.
Yeah.
If you need some work done on your boat, you'll probably end up going to Pritchard's Marine. They do their rigging and stainless steel work, anti-fouling. They do have a little 7-ton lift there in Gibraltar, but as we said, probably most people would have to go to the 75-ton lift over in
Spain. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a marina.
And we had our life raft service there. If you need your life raft service, Marine Safety do a good job.
Yeah.
Excellent. We were
Mhm.
really pleased with
Yes.
what they did for
Yeah.
us. They blew it up very well. Yeah, and then they let it down very well. But we've never inspected it since, to be honest, so we
No.
have absolutely no idea. But they're great. They were great. They were great
Yeah.
set guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget that it is all duty free when you go shopping.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So when you go up Main Street, which is obviously the main street in Gibraltar, you'll find all the perfume shops, booze shops, cigarette shops, jewellery shops, Marks
very
and
busy.
Spencer's, and it's a fantastic atmosphere.
Yes,
it really
it
is. It's like going to Chichester in England, but you're in the sun. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. They've got red telephone boxes and post boxes, and it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
We absolutely loved it. Didn't
Yes, we
we?
did.
We
Yeah,
did.
absolutely.
So let's have a little look at what you could do while you're there.
Yes.
The
So-
rock itself.
Yeah. So you can go up to the rock, you know, by take the
Cable car.
Cable car. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's right.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is to take the cable car up, and then you can walk down to the reserve. For that, you need to buy a separate ticket, which is more expensive. But then you can enjoy all the reserve itself, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's
just
actually cheaper
very
to go
nice.
up and down in the cable car
Yes,
than it is to go
yeah.
up in the cable car and
It's
walk
kind
down.
of-
But the walk down is absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful.
The views from the top are absolutely
It's
stunning.
about an hour walk.
Yeah, probably
it was
coming down.
an hour
The
walk.
views from the top are absolutely stunning. You can see two continents. You can see two countries,
Three countries. Yeah.
You
And
can
where
actu-
the two oceans meet.
Yeah, where the two oceans meet, the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, and you can see right the way across the Straits of Gibraltar to the Atlas
It's
Mountains.
stunning. It's stunning. Really, really nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a great view. You can stand up there for quite a long time, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you'll get bombarded by the monkeys.
Yes, you do. They have about 300 population monkeys there.
Barbary monkeys. They originally
Yeah.
came from Morocco, from the Atlas Mountains, but there's 300 odd up there. They live in 5 different tribes,
Yes.
and they'll just take anything, won't they?
They will take anything you have
Yeah.
there on your pockets,
Yeah.
on your bags. If you have any food, they will know.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Just don't take any food
Yeah.
if you don't want to be boarded by a
Yeah,
monkey.
yeah. We did actually feel it was quite sort of dirty up there, didn't we?
It was a bit dirty,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. It wasn't
The-
it wasn't
where
nice,
where
was
they
it?
keep the monkeys are free, yeah, but they have a lot of places where they give them food and
Yeah.
things like that, and
Yeah.
it was a bit dirty.
Yeah, they are actually the only
European
colony of monkeys. Yeah, wild monkeys
Wild
in
monkeys,
Europe.
yes.
Surprisingly, Gibraltar does have a couple of beaches. Now, a lot of people don't think it has, but they've got 2 rather nice beaches on the east coast.
Yeah,
Mm.
we went there a few times.
Oh, we did. Yeah, very nice. Very nice for a little lie in the sun, I have
Yeah.
to say. So the other thing that Gibraltar is famous for are the tunnels and fortifications. And we didn't really, for some reason, go around the tunnels, did we?
No, we just went from the outside, see them
Yeah.
from the outside, but we didn't
We
go
didn't go in.
No.
I have actually been in some before, and they're absolutely amazing. They're absolutely huge. Some of these tunnels are like 50 feet wide, with vast chambers. They were used in sieges and things like that, and they're also used back in the last World War to move and store arsenal, and also they were built to get up into the rock for gun turrets and things like that.
Maybe
So they're
something-
really actually quite
somewhere
good.
to go
Yeah,
next time we visit.
we're
Yeah.
planning on visiting in March, so if you're around, come and see us.
Yeah.
We'll be delighted to meet you.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing, and I think that is actually one thing that we will do, is do the tunnels. Some of them are still in use today as roadways going through the tunnel
Yes.
to link the island from east to west or west to east.
Yeah. So there is a nautilus project by Louis Stagnetto, which is an experienced marine biologist. Their goal is to provide a superior learning experience of the Gibraltar marine environment for the community, aiming to improve awareness of environmental issues through learning at schools or in small private groups. They are doing an unbelievable great job.
They really are, and I'm sure if you are into looking after the environment and the sea environment in particular, and you go to visit Gibraltar, give Lewis a buzz. He'll be on the email address, and I'm sure he'll be able to fill you in on everything that's going on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gibraltar has its own international airport. It's a funny thing really, because it goes right across the whole rock. So if you actually come into Gibraltar, you're just flying across water, and then you land, and as soon as you take off, you're back out over the sea again. It does international flights, and it's a great way of getting to the south of Spain as well.
And the runway is a big attraction, because if you want to cross to Spain or vice versa, so they have to close the runway for you to pass. So it's quite.
So all the cars and people walking, you walk right across the runway, straight off the aircraft landed. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant experience if you're a bit of an aircraft.
like Simon.
The other thing that we absolutely loved in Gibraltar was the social life. We couldn't believe it. We could have gone out and had sundowners on people's boats.
At some point we had to say, no, we can't go out any longer.
No.
we can't drink anymore.
We sat there for about 3 weeks, and absolutely wonderful time we had.
Absolutely wonderful.
Ocean Village does get a little bit noisy. There's lots of bars and restaurants around there, and consequently, you do get a little bit of life going on. But all in all, we thoroughly enjoyed it, didn't we?
We love it.
Absolutely loved it.
We absolutely recommend if you go that way to stop in Gibraltar.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So thank you very much for listening to our channel.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for following us.
If you want to see a little bit more about our story of Gibraltar, you can. They are episodes 29, 30 and 31 on our channel. We'll put a link below. That's Sailing Ocean Fox. So next week
we're going to be talking about Aruba.
Very exciting, beautiful, stunning location with loads of beautiful beaches, places to visit, and anchorages and everything else that goes along.
And blue waters.
And blue waters, This is Simon and Carla from Sailing Ocean Fox on Yachting International Radio.